Quite a few who back the horse, in fact. Well, now it's time for Rugby League and the semi-final of the State Express Challenge Cup being played this afternoon at Swinton between Hull and Widnes, with one team just one match away from Wembley. This is the semi-final, the half-time score, Widnes leading by 5 points to 0, and the commentator is Eddie Waring.
Thank you, David. A very hard first half, not a lot of glamour, but a lot of effort. There was a try after 22 minutes when Les Gawley scored. Mick Burke kicked the goal, 5 points to 0. And the Hull side today, they've got quite a lot of supporters, which would indicate that with the wind in the second half, the idea will no doubt for Hull to push the ball down as fast as he can. That's referring, of course, to Knocker Norton, who's having a good match, and he's the captain of the team. And the Hull side is Robinson, fullback, Bray, Walters, Wilby, Dennison, halfbacks, Wood and Pickerill, and forward Tyndall, Wildman, Stone, Birchall, Lloyd, Norton, Evans and Farrah the sub. And the first and only try was scored after 22 minutes, and this was a try which came at the right moment for the score inside, and this is it. Short passing using the strength of Hogan, and put the try to Les Gawley. Well, that was a very good try and coming at the right moment, but it didn't disarm Hull so far. The Widnes side, Burke fullback, Wright, Hughes, Aspey, Bentley, halves Moran and Bowden, and forward Hogan, Elwell, Gawley. Hull did, and the try scorer was Gawley and Adams, and the subs Eckersley and O'Neill. So ready for the start of the second half. Who's going to Wembley? Well, you're going to be able to see if one does win today, gets a good long kick. Now, what will Norton do with it to indicate strategy? Well, he's running back, not using the wind with the first kick. Lloyd, Norton, loose forward. Graham, Walters, and a tremendous supporters from Hull making themselves known with the local song, Old Faithful. You can probably hear it coming up now, and they're putting vent to their song and feelings. And all the flags, or most of them, are from Hull, but both teams being in black and white, one can't assume completely. Tactics, strong wind, and he's using it, but it ran. And there's a cheer, you see, almost as big as scoring. Alright, first half, not the greatest of halfback.
Well, I think it's been a little bit flatter in the first half, especially to Widnes, because I think Hull have done a lot of attacking, but both sides are lacking a little bit of flair and a little bit of pace. I think this half you'll find Woods putting the ball deep in the Widnes half, and I think this game is not over yet.
5 points to 0. Ball possession going to be very important. It's gone 7 to Widnes, if that's a pattern to go by, but then there's a different half of the field, and this penalty for handling out. Keith Elwell, and quickly taken by Hull, and they're in the right position to use the big men like Charlie Stone Lloyd. Right under the post. I nearly said shadow of the post, but no such thing at the moment. Keith Tyndall. Looks as if everything was open for Ron Wildman. Quite a good try scoring hooker right under the post. Putting on the pipe, but two players taking. One there, Brian Hogan. Sun coming out. Nice little tip through by Wilby. And restart from under the... What's happening? Got a player injured. I think it's Mick Adams. The score 5 points to 0 for Widnes. And of course the final on May 3rd. One team already going to be there, Hull Kingston Rovers. So, of course, you can imagine what everybody down in the Boulevard in Craven Park think of the situation at this moment. Not be many going out. They're watching this. 5 points to 0. 3 minutes gone, but a mighty side Widnes. First division leaders in the last 8 games, won 8, lost 2, but he's still making the attack, turning it inside, pushing the ball on to Tyndall. Pressure on to Widnes. He might come off, he might get it, and he does get it. He gets a try, 3 minutes gone, Graham Bray. It had been said that, but what a pity the youngsters come running on the field. They're better off the field cheering their side, and this is a try that was being set up from under the post, and Walters gave it out to Bray in the corner of the main stand side. 5 points to 3. Well, the Hull fans, and they've come in there hundreds and thousands. A great year for the Hull clubs. Sammy Lloyd kick in. He scored in each cup round as Sammy. His real name is Jeffrey. 38 goals and 1 try. Got the wind with him, but it's an awkward angle. 5-3, goal kick would make it equal if he kicks it. No, no. Well, that was a sign of things to come, Alec.
Well, this is the way. If you're going to reply to Widnes, reply in that fashion. And it's been on the cards for quite a long time. He did very well, Hull, to score his try. The centre, Graham Walters, did very, very well. And Graham Bray did exceptionally well to put the ball over the line. Good pressure at the moment.
Norton. Clive Pickrell. Last time that Hull won this trophy, 1914. When they beat Wakefield 6-0. I wonder how many of our followers remember that. The runners-up sometimes, but never so successful. At Wembley, 1960, Wakefield 38, Hull 5. Widnes leading by 2 points. Well, I don't know, they'll never walk alone. Choral Society it is. I don't know which team it's for, actually, but however, no harm done as long as they keep to that. Nick Adams. Well, there's the Choral Society from the Boulevard, and looking very picturesque. Let's have a look. Hull beat Millham, the local amateur team from Cumberland, 33-10, York 18-8, and Bradford Norton, very hard duel, 3-0. Widnes forwards holding up. I have no doubt that the expertise will be so evident. Widnes beat an amateur club 22-5. Huddersfield 48-3, Salford 9-8, a match that we saw. But the experience, well, both teams have got a lot of experience, but Widnes particularly, and I don't think they will get rattled by any shape or form. Hull 3, Widnes 5. And a chance for Widnes, and they're still going, but the whistle goes, of course. Hull with a lead of just 2 points. Widnes have been at Wembley 4 times in the last 5 seasons, so they know what it's all about. Beat Warrington and beat Wakefield, lost St Helens and Leeds. Referee Fred Lindop, who is the man for the Wembley final. Dave Moran. Since that try, Widnes have settled. They haven't panicked, and indeed they've had as much play in their opponent's half as their own, which shows the professionalism and expertise of the side, with Keith Elwell constantly in the picture. And I would think that the wind might not be as strong as it was. A bit of sun out. Bowden. 6 tackle coming up. Keith Bentley. And a good kick. Turn around by Keith Elwell. Five-3 to Widnes. Referee Lindop with just about 10 minutes gone in the second half, very much on the job. You can always tell which side it is who's got the ball. It's opposite to the side the referee stands. L3, Widnes 5. And I would think that Hull might be wise to use the wind if it is still around. It's a bit, but not as strong. It's varying. This well-equipped Station Road ground, Swinton, and a bounty. And this is onto the main stand, and almost in our box, but I don't think there's room for it to get in anyway. It came so close to us. Paul Wood.
Well, I almost took that myself in this commentary box then. A good kick by Paul Woods, just making sure.
Now you're all right, stay put. See you through. Hooker. Ron Wyman to Tyndall. Nice work, move. Halfway through, Graham Walters. Still got the ball, still 6 clean tackles now. Good football, Stevie Norton. Captained and a lot well. And you can ring the 25-yard line. The old fans will render their chorus. Mr. Casey and Mr. Walker, the touch judges. Paul Wood. Little dodger on the ball. The referee seen advantage and allowed it to go, and rightly so. David Hull. Thanks so many letters and documents from various people who are talking about matches they've seen and enjoyed, particularly the Welsh contingent. There's Gawley, a Cumbrian. Keith Elwell, Widnesian. And the 25-yard line. Bowden. Little pocket battleship. Tireless worker, just 2 tries. Didn't score a lot of tries, but directs and leads effectively. Knock on.
I think one of the most important parts about this game is the scrums, because Widnes are taking some very important scrums, and it just when it matters.
Yes, well, the scrums actually are 8-6 for Widnes. Quite pickerel to feed, one of the many good boys found in the West Riding of Yorkshire. Score 5 points to 3. Widnes first half try. 13 minutes gone. Walters comes from Carmarthen, Kidwelly Rugby Union, so he's got some fans there, I'm sure, this afternoon. Whether they're disappointed or happy about the big race, I don't know. But this is going to end up with a humdinger of the last 20 minutes. Carrying all before him, Charlie Stone. 5 points to 3. Good handling by Hull. Not afraid to move it within the shadow of the post. Can the big fella go forward? No, but no. Sammy Jeffrey Lloyd. So that was a good onslaught. Created by Lloyd.
I'm very surprised with this, the tactics of Hull, because they're battering away at the Widnes line. They definitely need a try, but I think a quick drop goal would break the deadlock.
Well, if they get a try, they're very near to the post, as you can see. But it's Widnes putting the ball in. Not happy about that. Not going in. Redland up almost in the pack. Well, somebody said ball was there, but I'm assuming it's covered up. There it is. 5-3 the score for Widnes. The road to Wembley. Going on the short side, a little kick. I don't know whether it was wide, but no doubt he thought it was. They lost possession. Probably wanting to change tactics in the hope of breaking down the Widnes defence. Carrying him back. Probably have to wait for a scrum to retain possession and to get possession. See how many yards they can make. Let's go. Sun coming out at the Pendlebury Road end. An overlap. Ryan Hogan. And a good pass Malasty. And out to Bentley. Well, that would be very well done. Well, that was a very noble effort. It made important progress by Keith Bentley. Second semi-final. State Express winners today get £12,555, and that's for the final, May 3rd. OKR, today's losers, 3,555. Well, the statistics dealt with. Back to the game, the sun coming out, the score remains the same, 5-3. And with 16 minutes gone, the front three of Widnes don't really want to know the front three of Hull and walk away. Hogan, Elwell and Gawley. Picker's ball. Woods. Quite a suspension's got to push in after this match. Paul Woods. But unless an appeal committee is different. Good strong running, one on Charlie Birdswell. Lloyd. Half break. Graham Walters. Kidwell, if you'd forgotten, I'd like to hear the name again. In Carmarthenshire. Going to try to dive in. The strength is there, but can't get through. Lloyd, who scored in his cup round.
I'm just looking at this Widnes side. There's some tremendous tackling coming from the Widnes back three. But I'm just looking at Brian Hogan, and he looks as though he needs a rest.
You mean he should be subbed now, or you mean generally?
Well, he's looking very leg-worthy to me.
Good ball. Important, and it's Widnes. Well, it's going to be a hard effort by both teams. Not going to be a lot of fancy work. Might be endeavour, but I think it's almost a forward battle with a hope of a breakthrough occasionally. Brian Hogan, one of the forwards now, who's 5 tries this season. Referee will end up doing a very good job. Taking him back nearer towards the goal line, Eric Hughes. I'm seeing a lot of him, but then it's another match where 3/4 are giving a lot of room. Scrum's 9-9. See, which one does this go to? You say, well, which side you would like to get it? Well, fans will say thank you. George Robinson, Royal Navy Rugby Union. Not a match where one's going to expect a lot of points, not whilst it remains that it is 5-3. Pickrell. Well, he did well there to get out of what I thought was a close shot. Paul Wood, not far from the 25-yard line, using the strength of Birdsall. What's going to break? The crowd love it, but the referee doesn't love it. Ron Wildman. I wonder why everybody stopped, but obviously the referee thought he shouldn't have it.
Well, I think Hull, to break this Widnes defence down, have got to lie deeper, and they've got the line far too shallow, and Widnes are taking them quite easily.
Wildman there had been twice over the line, but not to show for it, and under the post, but Hull ball, Widnes ball. Widnes coach is Doug Lawton, by the way, and the physio is Frank Tobin, Harry Dawson. And for Hull, Arthur Bunting, who's had a very successful season, and John Simpson. The score with 20 minutes gone, second half. Hull 3, Widnes 5. Just one try each, a goal making the difference. Burke is the man who made it just that much different. In ball into very well to Bowden. And he's a struggler, he's a worker. Nice clean jersey, not had a lot to do. Keith Bentley, 23 tries this season, first full season. There he is, local boy, Keith Bentley, 23 tries. There's the forwards, Hogan, Elwell and Gawley and Cumberland, and I think we might say little Elwell. A brilliant footballer. The attendance today is spectators 18,633, and a lot of those, of course, are from Hull, but then, of course, Widnes nearer to Manchester. We'll have brought a contingent who will be warming up for Wembley, getting the ball at the right time. Eric Hughes, 19 tries, 3 against Huddersfield in the second round. Good pass, but well taken by Gawley. And the Widnes fans now being heard. A good break indeed. They're looking for the inside and he gets a big fella. Can he do it? There's 5 yards to go. Can he do it? It's a try. And he didn't get a try. Or did he? He didn't. No try. Brian Hogan was the man. So he was diving over.
Well, if everybody deserves a try, this should have been one. Because Brian Hogan, a tremendous break, and he must have been very disappointed that his momentum didn't carry him over.
Well, it was a yard short of the line, and it was a second movement, and the referee, Lindop, indicated the situation now. It's at the other end. Halfway line. And on the touchline side with a sub that's coming up, which Farah is coming on for Charlie Stone, waiting for the signal. Charlie Stone comes off. Vince Farah, an experienced player, goes on. Still, after all that kerfuffle and what have you, it's 5 points to Widnes, 3 to Hull, and if Widnes were to lose now, I'm afraid that Brian Hogan would be rather unhappy. 15 minutes to go, and Widnes the holders and leading by 3. Most professional side. The referee was on the job. One can expect a little bit of tension coming into the match now. "15 minutes to go. Can Hull do it? Can Widnes hold out? They'll be quite happy to hold out with a margin of 2 points in their favour. Going to use him to get up. All right, says the referee. Forward. And start the 6th tackle. The forwards have been taking each other off for a while. Farah. It's a long one, but it's a penalty against for crossing obstructs Lloyd and Norton. McAdams. Widnes get through the first tackle invariably, but Hull having problems with getting through a very strong defence. And the goal kick just making the difference. And they're such a professional side in cup ties, Widnes, that they'll know what to do on most occasions. And they have got a lead of 2 points. 13 minutes to go. Nice break, or almost through Alan Dearden. Well, Widnes this season, they won the Lancashire Cup against Workington 11-0 and runners-up in the John Player. Bradford against Widnes, Bradford 6. Widnes 0. So there's the successes for statistics. Sun coming out. Taking it very quickly. And Walters Tim Wilby. Ex-Leeds, got 8 tries. Got to score yet for Hull. Lloyd. Steve Norton. Who Widnes standing up strongly and taking man for man, and there's no indication where the break's going to come if it does, because the mighty mouse of Reg Bowden can tackle and run and do everything that's required of him on all occasions. No, wasted ball. Steve Norton wasn't quite sure then. He got himself in a bit of a...
Well, I think they're getting a little bit confused, Hull, at the moment. They're under so much, attacking so much that they don't know what to do when they get near the line. They'll definitely have to have a change of tactics.
Probably they might try 2 drop goals to get a replay, something like that.
Well, I thought they'd have done this early on because they've been in this territory for so long.
11 minutes to go, less injury time. Offside. Good kick. And Mick Burke, like all his colleagues, they're not rushing in too much. They're so experienced regarding time, etc. See whether the introduction of Vince Farrer can make the difference. Just 1 try in the second half. Soon after the restart, 3 minutes in fact, by Bray, bringing it to 5-3. All 3 Widnes, 5-10 minutes to go. Having a good match, Les Gawley. Got the first try and is in most things. Well, it's not a bad kick because there's a long way to go to get into the other half. George Robinson.
I think looking at this game now, you find that Mick Adam just is prompting and he's darting about, and he is organising the Widnes forwards, and he's taking far more in the game now.
Norton. I reckon Hull have got to be getting into the other half, because Mick Adams taking a shadowing role, and whilst they have to play in their own half, Hull might have great difficulties in finding a breakthrough. Only feeling for obstruction, but not accepted by the referee. Play on. David Hull. And the ubiquitous Howell. You want to work about in this, even when he's down, he's soon up. And he's lost his football in his footwear in doing so. The first man doesn't take him, but the second man does. Pete Tyndall. Oh, well passed. Right, Pickerel taking it. The 3 would-be tacklers to stop Lloyd, but they're there all the time. Just a 2 points margin. Will be. 7 minutes to go and just a margin of 2 points. And up and under by Paul Woods.
That's a very good bit of refereeing by Mr. Lindop. he was fouled off the ball, and it was a good bit of thinking by Paul Woods. He ran for the ball and was knocked down, and this could give Hull a big chance.
A very disturbed Widnes over that incident. 5-3, could be 5-5. Lloyd already missed one goal. Got the wind, but the wind's not as strong as it was earlier on. (5-3) to Widnes. Hull, if you're a stranger, just turn on. It's Lloyd to kick for Hull. Known as the early birds. They'll really go to town if he kicks it. To go! 6 minutes to go. 5-5. Lloyd kicked in and scored in every cup round, so what's the difference going to come now, you reckon?
Well, now the game will come to play the ball in Widnes' half all the time, and this is what told. They are absolutely going fanatically here now at the moment. The crowd will pull them for the last 5 minutes.
But it's 5-5 and then a replay, if it stays at that. Chance for Hull now with something to show for that. Oh, and what's the referee doing? Just looking at the referee, a penalty. Penalty for obstruction on Steve Dennison. Well, what a dramatic situation. And I think that Little Owl was having the word with the referee there.
I think it's Reggie Bode. He's not very happy about it, and he's really upset, but that could be a very, very costly mistake, because this Sammy Lloyd, you must never give him chances like this. He's a very good goal kicker, and this is the one he wants to kick.
Yeah, it's little Reggie Bowden that gone up. I wouldn't call it scrum half, but a dramatic situation here. 5-5. Can Hull bring this match out of the situation of a replay, or what? So Sammy Lloyd has been out for quite a while in this season, but it's 5-5. 2 points if he kicks it. And then we'll see what happens. Lost in the crowd on the far side of little lads and lasses in their black and white. What? 4 minutes to go. I wish there wouldn't run on the field. Well, what a dramatic situation.
Well, this is the incident. A little chip. He just pushed the ball over. And was he right? Was he knocked down after he kicked the ball? I think it was a good decision by Fred Lindop.
Well, there's the kicker. 7 points to 5. The wind in their favour. And the Hull fans running on the field and not helping their cause. Charles Birdsall. And it's tension now here, whichever way it happens. 3 minutes to go, and they'll stick to the ball like mad. And whether they'll kick it down there and hope to get it from a scrum, who knows? Vince Farrell, Wembley, the goal. And the two Hull clubs, one already there, Rovers. What's going to happen here? A good breakaway by Bray. He's turning inside, gets the ball, hooker, Ronnie Wildman gets a goal, gets a try, Ronnie Wildman, and it's everybody's gone mad around here.
Well, this is a wonderful try now. What a beautiful ball. He does very, very well here. And as he turns inside, beats one man, young Dennison, turns inside, Bonnie Miles backing up beautifully, and over he goes. What a transformation of this game.
Well, there's the situation. With 2 minutes to go, 10 points to 5. I've seen dozens of cup finals and football matches. This is quite a remarkable ending. And Ronnie Wildman, who's scored 14 tries before today, 2 tries in the last 3 games, is the top try scorer as a hooker. Waiting for there to be attended to and Lloyd to kick. Well, what will happen in Hull if the situation remains as it is? They were runners-up in 1960 against Wakefield, 38-5, and the last time they were at Wembley. And at this moment they're about 1 minute or so, 1.5 to be accurate, off Wembley, plus an injury time which we don't know about. But there's one thing certain: if it stops 10-5, it becomes 12-5, which it does. The tension gone, and he seemed to pull a leg muscle there as he went, whether there's the tension or what.
I don't think he'll mind missing that one, but is that the final nail in Widnes Cupping? What kind of courage will they have now and come back as a great side as they are?
Well, they've shown over the years that a tremendous cup final try the side they are, and this is a situation that the referee had done very well. Fred Lindop has done very well in this, but he gives a lot of confidence now to Hull. And a chance for the winger, Dennison, and the picture. The referee is calling about 30 yards away from what we're looking at. There's a referee having a word with a Hull player. And he calling, is he calling 2 up or just 1 up? Talking. So we're in the full time with the referee taking 1 or 2 names down. And there's the scene at the moment on the far side. Oh, he's sending him off. Hogan has been sent off. No doubt, I would think, with Alex, sensation.
I think you'll find out that Brian Hogan has said something to Fred Lindop, and there's no way that Lindop will stand that. As a matter of fact, at the moment now, it's getting a little bit chaotic. Well, this is the ball. Alan Dearden, definitely a blatant late tackle off the ball. And as quite rightly so, he's very lucky to stay on the park.
Well, Hogan would be sent off for talking to the referee, and the referee, particularly in rugby league football, is the man that matters, and no argument or words. However, back to the situation it now stands with 1 minute of injury time gone. The score is 10 points to 5, and Sammy Lloyd is the man of the match. No doubt his goal kicking will count on that, but can now the situation be turned when Widnes draw level? Well, there's the situation. Hogan and Walters off, and the score 10 points to 5. Hull 10, Widnes 5. And look at this situation, Alex.
Well, I think it was a justified result. I've never seen scenes like this for many, many years, and it's good for rugby league.
Well, there's the situation here. You can see it for yourself. But the final at Wembley, May 3rd, Hull, Kingston Rovers versus Hull. I'm sure Hull will close down that day, but you'll have a chance to see us on Grandstand. Hope you've enjoyed it, and back to... Happy day!